And now, RSM, the Rams Sports Magazine Show.
Good evening and welcome to RSM, Rams Sports Magazine Show. I'm your host, Anthony Keith. The CSU football team is now an even 500 at 3-3 after a crushing defeat against the number 5 Boise State Broncos. Here's a recap of that game and what went wrong for the Rams.
You saw it. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know we got out-coached, outplayed. I mean, they outclassed us in every phase of the game today. They deserved to win. That's a very good football team. We did not rise up to the occasion, and obviously getting off to a fast start would have been a key to this game for us, as they did with we go Friday to Fresno. You let these guys get going and do some 3 and outs, they're going to make you look silly, which they did tonight. So we got to regroup. We're sitting at 3-3. We've got a couple games for a bye, and we just got to find a way to play much better next Saturday night than we did out here. Well, I knew all week going in. The quarterback's a good player. I think he started out he hit 18 in a row. Yeah. I couldn't, when I played, I couldn't have done that on error. So, they stopped us. We had some shots early that, had we hit, maybe it would have been a little different deal. But, they're good on defense. Paul Matson going out obviously didn't hurt us. Did hurt us. Took us out of some of the heavy run package that we have. And, you're sitting there with some relatively young tackles against a very, very good front.
Part of our biggest keys were to come out fast on them and make some big plays early and kind of just keep the tempo up. But they got out on us, made some plays, got up big in the first quarter, and that definitely hurt us. That fourth quarter was rough. It's just that it gave some other guys a chance to step in and kind of show what they could do, and it showed our heart, because we do have a lot of heart on this team and have some things that we can, a lot of things that we can improve on. So, we got to just take tonight, grieve on it, whatever we need to do. But this team, as I know, will come back tomorrow. We overcome adversity really well, so I think that we'll come back tomorrow and get ready for UTEP.
All our focus now is, we got to move past it, because if we let this linger, it's just only going to affect us for the rest of the season. So we got to really move past it and look forward to next week. Once they got on ahead of us, of course it limits a lot of things that we can do, but, that's still unacceptable. We should be able to stop them. We stopped them when we could, and then at the end of the game, we just kept letting them score. So, it was unacceptable, but like I said, we just need to continue to move forward and look forward to next week. Right now, we're pretty upset and frustrated with ourselves. Like for me, as being the captain, give them a day. They need this day to let it sink in. It's unacceptable. We're better than that, and we need to play better than that. So we have a really great defense, and I believe that. And and having someone pass like that, don't get me wrong, Kellen Moore's a great quarterback, but we're a lot better than that. We shouldn't let things like that happen.
You had seen him on film and all that. How much more impressive was it in person? What Kellen Moore and that offense can do? It's
really impressive. They're a great team, great offense. They can do a lot of different things. And there were times where they got us out of sync, and that's what happened. They made it count when we weren't lined up right. So.
As one of the seniors on this team, what do you do tell your teammates tonight, tomorrow, as you go in to get ready for next week's game, about this game, and so you can move on from it?
Well, first of all, you got to let it hurt. That's the most important part. Better team than that, and we need to, come back next week, because this is unacceptable, and we got to make someone pay for it.
Steve talked about you guys have to come out next week and make a statement.
Yeah.
What does that statement really have to be?
The statement needs to be, we need to win. This is it's really just frustrating, because that scoreboard, it shouldn't be like that.
You can't be moping around. That was one of the best teams in the country right there. Obviously, we didn't have a good enough showing as we thought we'd do, but just got to keep working. It was a great atmosphere. Love it if every game was like that. Obviously, we got to start winning some games for that to happen. Wish we could have put a little better product out on the field. But, the atmosphere is great. Going in the game, we had nothing to lose. I just didn't make enough throws. We didn't make enough plays. And the best teams in the country like that will capitalize on everything that you don't do well. No, it was real frustrating. First down, or that first drive, we got it down to third and one. They had a great great defensive play, and then the second drive, I missed Ray on that third down. It might have been a touchdown. So we just didn't make enough plays on offense to counteract their fast start. I mean, nothing was different. They ran the same coverages we thought, same blitzes, everything. We just didn't make enough plays. I can't tell you why. We just didn't make them, didn't connect, and it's real disappointed. We just got to come back strong and not dwell on this game. We just got to learn from it and be 4-3 after next Saturday.
Yeah, that was a big loss. You know, he's a great player. You know, that's the art of football. You know, when we play for him, play for all our hurt players, and we just keep playing hard. So.
Do you feel like there were any big sparks out there today? Why did the team ever really build off of energy?
I mean, the team was building off energy. It's just, you know, we kind of got down fast, and, you know, we just need to keep responding, and, you know, so I think we'll work on that this week. So.
How is it to continue responding and trying to respond when it just gets out of hand so much?
You just got to keep your head up. I mean, we believe in each other, and we had our heads up, and we just, you know, we're fighting not to quit. You know, this game's going to make us better. We definitely got some opponents we can beat, and, I mean, this game's going to make us stronger. So.
Tell me just a little bit more about that. Expand on that. How does a game like this make you better?
I mean, this is a very good team, and we didn't play to our full potential, and we know we can compete with a team like that. So I definitely think we have confidence going into the rest of the year. So we still do. I mean, we're not going to give up. We believe in each other, and we believe in the rest of the season that we can improve from this game and keep getting better. So. Definitely, much better than that. I mean, we haven't been playing to our full potential. I mean, obviously Boise's a good team, but we definitely could have played better and lessened up the mistakes and kept going. But we're definitely going to get better. So.
One of the biggest highlights from that game made SportsCenter's top 10 list. That was Thomas Kaufman's 46-yard reception. So naturally, I had to talk one-on-one with the redshirt freshman. Stay tuned.
You are watching RSM, the Rams Sports Magazine Show on Northern Colorado 5.
Welcome back to the show, Rams fans. Now, currently, a tight end is leading the Rams in receiving yards. However, as far as it comes with big plays, Thomas Kaufman is the man. So I spoke to him after practice earlier this week. This week, I'm joined by redshirt freshman Thomas Kaufman, who had an amazing catch against Boise State, but that's not the big thing this week. I mean, you're a Texas native. You're looking ahead to this UTEP game. Tell me, what's going through your head with this team?
Well, this is my first trip back to Texas as a college athlete. And I'm definitely really excited for it. I got some family coming up and maybe some friends going to come up and watch, and it's a good chance for us to show what we can bounce back from.
So you're going to have a little bit of a cheering section on the road, and you guys right now, a little bit of road warriors with 2 games,
right.
2 wins on the road. Of course, the neutral loss against Colorado we don't count, but you're going for number 3 right here.
Right.
What's with the success on the road this season?
Well, I think that this team shows that we can overcome a lot of adversity, and especially after that big loss from Boise State last year, I feel like we've got a chance to really show what we can prove this week and beat these guys.
That passing game has really evolved. On the season, you have 183 yards, but in this last game, a lot of that came from that 46-yard reception. How has this passing game changed from the first game to this last game?
Well, you know, obviously reps and repetition, getting Pete, the O-line, everybody to kind of gel has been huge in getting that passing game going. It's not just the receivers or quarterback, it's just the whole team executing the plays.
Past few games, San Jose State, Boise State, a lot of the fans have noticed. I mean, you guys are starting to go for that deep ball, and,
right.
and you're the guy to go to, or you know, Greenwood for that deep ball.
Exactly.
Is that really part of the game plan? Has it changed that much to, you know, let's go for it, you know, second down, bomb it?
I think, well, see, it's just whatever is opening up, and I think that we've done a great job as receivers in practice and really executing those plays. We've really got to feel the quarterback's got a lot more confidence in throwing those deep balls now. I feel like we'll only go up from here. So,
what was it like playing Boise State? So much hype around this game. You got
right.
a full Hughes Stadium. I mean, it must have been pretty different.
Yeah, it was definitely a game I had looked forward to for a long time. I wish we could have played a lot better in that game, but there's nothing we can do about it now, so we got to move on and beat UTEP.
Say move on, what are you taking from that Boise State game and applying to this upcoming matchup?
Well, playing a high-ranked opponent like that definitely showed all our flaws and really put it out on the table, everything that we could fix, you know, and so that was huge for us. Even though that we got beat that bad, I think that we can take some positives from that game as far as, you know, who to pick up on certain blocks or who to, you know, beat on deep balls or speed or quick routes, stuff like that. And I feel like playing a high-ranked team like that really opens up a lot of things for us.
Definitely. Now I got to ask, from a receiver standpoint, what do you feel better about? Big catch or a huge block where you just lay a dude out?
I feel a lot better about a huge block where you lay someone out. I mean, we got a receivers coach who's really gets fired up about that, and I love playing for that man. So
Hammerschmidt is a scary man, I will say that. But, you know, a lot of attention's on tight end, Crockett Gilmore. Right now he's leading the team with receptions. We're at that midway point. It's a little bit of a competition in a sense to kind of outbeat him in receiving yards this season.
Right. I think Crockett's done a great job this year. If he can continue to make the plays he's making, then more power to him, you know.
All about the team.
Exactly. I think that he's definitely an extremely talented guy, and we'll see a lot more from him in the next couple of years.
Another big thing from this game, you're an all-around athlete, especially in high school, big kickoff return, punt return guy. In this game, you were lined up for kickoff return. Are we going to see any of that in the future too?
I think so. I mean, it's just, we'll see how things play out. I mean, we've got a big opportunity. I've got a big opportunity to make plays at that position. It's just that I've got some more things to learn, and the people that are in there right now are doing a great job.
Definitely can't argue that.
Exactly.
Now, looking ahead, what is your confidence level like for this second half of the season and getting those wins, getting to a bowl game?
I think we're really on the right track. I mean, I know we had a tough loss against San Jose State, Boise State, obviously, and then the CU game wasn't what everybody wanted it to be. But I think that we know what we're capable of, and no matter who's outside of our circle that doesn't believe that, we as a team have now come together and gelled so that we don't have to worry about anything really. So
always a good thing. But how about yourself on a personal level? What are your keys to success this season? What do you want to work on?
I'd say, I mean, just continuing to learn how to read defenses, making plays in the quick game. Just doing everything that Coach Hammerschmidt has put out in front of me, because I really trust that he's leading me the right way. So that's what I would like to do. One
big thing last week, two conferences merging, Conference USA and you guys. You're one of the younger guys, and there is a lot of young talent on this team, so a lot to look forward. How do you feel about the 22-team super mega whatever conference?
To be honest, man, I haven't even I don't even know who all's in the other conference. I mean, I know
nobody does. No,
exactly. I mean, I'm nothing against them. I know that there's a bunch of great teams in that conference. I just, you know, I've been so focused on Mountain West, and
that's what you got to be
here. And I know that there's some great teams in there, but it'll give us an opportunity to travel around to more places, and that's always
get back to Texas some more.
Exactly.
Oh, UTEP's part of that conference too, so there's a little, you know, inside notion to get you back down there.
Exactly.
Last thing I want to touch on, Sports Center, top 10. You were number 3 over the weekend. I mean, that's a lot of, you know, high school kids. They look at that one day out. That's all I want to do. I just want to get on Sports Center. Talk about getting on Sports Center and making that grab. I mean, dude laid out there.
Well, thanks a lot. I had always, you know, wanted to be on Sports Center as a kid and stuff like that, and it's just one of those goals that I've had, and now that I've reached it, I want to look forward to making more plays and being on there some more.
Get on there again this weekend against UTEP. I want to thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Yep.
Good luck this weekend. Good luck with the rest of conference play and getting to that bowl game. Stay tuned, because there's still plenty more to come on the show.
Thank you.
Now that you've heard from the offensive side of the ball, coming up after the break, I jumped to the defense and talked to junior middle linebacker James Skelton, who had a career-high 13 tackles against the Broncos.
You're watching RSM, the Rams Sports Magazine Show on Northern Colorado 5.
Welcome back to RSM. The defense has been plagued with injuries for the Rams football team. To start the season out, Michael Kowalik was on the sideline, then Michael Sisson. So linebacker James Skelton has been switched around. However, he has been making a huge impact for this Rams defense. Against the Boise State Broncos, he had a career-high 13 tackles. Here's what the linebacker had to say earlier this week. This week, I'm joined on the defense by James Skelton, a linebacker who had 13 tackles against the number 5 team in the country. That's the first big thing, James. You know, you're playing Boise State, such a high-ranked team. You have 13 tackles. What was it like playing these guys in Kellen Moore?
I mean, it was a good experience, but you got to treat them just like another team. So
that's another thing you were saying with me last week. Every team you play, it's the same focus, the same thing looking forward to. This team, UTEP, what are you really looking for with this offense? What are you afraid of?
I mean, you can't be afraid of anything, but I mean, we got to just go out there, stop the run, stop the pass, just basically like you do every week.
One thing, the running back is averaging about 8 yards a play. And so how do you feel about that from the linebacker position looking ahead to this team?
I mean, that's something, first and foremost, that we got to stop, so we'll take it on our shoulders to stop him.
I'm going to touch back on that Boise State game for a little bit. I mean, that second quarter, there was a big light for you guys, especially offensively, defensively. Things were going great. And then that fake punt, everything just seems to, sort of crash. Through your eyes, what was the big downfall in that game?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think we really played with the kind of the passion and the emotion that we usually do. But, I mean, you saw it in the second quarter that once we got some emotion going, we started playing with them a little bit. And like you said, the fake punt, and everybody started looking at each other like, what's going on, and kind of shut down from there.
Obviously, an important thing in this game is the fire, the passion, the emotion. How much does this team have?
I mean, we've got a lot. We just got to get it back. So we got to go back on the road and get a win. And I mean, we get that back. Defense got to start playing with more emotion, and we get a win on the road here, and we'll decide what team we're going to be the rest of the season.
And this defense, like I mentioned last week to you, there's a lot of shifting going on. Kowalik going out, you hop in, and then Sisson, you filling in his spot. And then Arakpo goes down in this game. And I mean, right now, hopefully he's cleared for this upcoming Saturday. But what was going through your mind as soon as he hit the ground?
I mean, you never want to see something like that happen to a teammate, especially with Arakpo, with how vocal he is, and he's a leader on the defense. But I mean, you just got to trust the guy behind him. So whoever comes in behind him, you got to trust him and have faith in him. And I mean, that's why you have depth and different positions.
Definitely. How about your role on this defense as a leader? In what way? You say that he's more the vocal guy. Mm-hmm. You nicknamed the Hammer. Kind of tell me why the Hammer.
I mean, you can take it to the field. It's 50-50. It's 50% on the field, and then 50% it was given to me in the locker room. So, but I'd like to be more vocal, and I'm trying to do that. But just being out on the field, you just kind of try to lead by example. And when you're out there making a play, you go hit somebody hard, and it just kind of feeds your teammates and gets the energy going. Everybody else wants to start making plays. So.
The good stuff, the energy. You guys are 500 right now, 3-3. Not where you wanted to be, but there's still that chance for the bowl appearance. What do you guys have to do as a defense to finish this second half of the season strong?
I mean, we just got to be assignment sound and play with confidence. And Coach Clark tells us every day that the reason that loss hurt so bad last week is you got to go in every week just thinking that you're going to win. You can't go into the game thinking, oh, we got a chance, or oh, we're going to give these guys a good shot. You got to go into every week thinking you're going to win, or you shouldn't even be playing the game.
That's the big thing. The past 2 seasons, 3-9 records. This definitely don't want to repeat this season. It's your junior season. So far, what has this season meant to you?
I mean, it means a lot. Just this is really the first year that I've started every game and started to kind of be a guy. But I mean. It's just that 3-9 hump that we haven't been able to get over these last 2 years, and like I said, the last half of the season, we got to go on the road and get this win. And I mean, if we do that, it's going to show that we're going to dig in deep and we're not just going to give up. We just can't have 3 wins anymore. This is just unacceptable.
Definitely. You're saying you're starting to be a guy this season. More than that, especially against Utah State. You had 2 forced fumbles, double overtime win, and a lot of that goes to your credit with those forced fumbles. You guys won 2 consecutive road games, and you're looking for your 3rd. So why have you guys been so successful on the road this season?
You know what? I couldn't tell you. I mean, we just come out, honestly, I just think we come out fired up, and we knew Utah State was a good team and they were going to be a good challenge. And honestly, I could just tell that the defense was really enthused about it, and we just came out playing hard.
Is it hard having back-to-back road games, these 2 upcoming, after that Boise State loss?
I don't think so. Just coming from my standpoint, I don't really it doesn't really matter to me if I'm playing on the road or at home, you know. I mean, it feels good having a home crowd behind you and kind of your buddies watching and stuff, but, I mean, it's just business. You got to go on the road and take care of business. So
Definitely. Well, I want to wish you the best of luck against UTEP
Thank you, sir.
and then UNLV. Stay tuned because there's still plenty more to come on the show. Next up on Skelton's and the Rams plate, UTEP. Coming up after the break, hear what head coach Steve Fairchild had to say at his weekly press conference about the matchup.
You are watching RSM, the Rams Sports Magazine Show on Northern Colorado 5.
Welcome back to the show, Rams fans. The CSU football team is currently on a 2-game road winning streak, and they hope to make it 3 this weekend against UTEP. Here's head coach Steve Fairchild at his weekly press conference.
Back to work yesterday, analyzed game film, started our preparation towards UTEP, actually went out and practiced, had a few more guys in pads than we normally do, got some good work done. Obviously, we're taking today off, as we do every week, the players, and then finalizing our game plan. We'll get back to work full go tomorrow, for our preparation for the University of Texas El Paso. So, from an injury standpoint, Paul Madsen, who's a third offensive tackle for us this season, will not be available Saturday. We do hope to have him back prior to the end of the year. Mike Rakpo left the game last Saturday. He is day-to-day at this point, not sure on his status Saturday. Well, I think they're a good football team. I mean, they went on the road against Tulane, scored a bunch of points and held Tulane down. I mean, they dominated that football game. I do, as you watch them, they have gotten better every week. I would agree with Coach Price's assessment. They've got speed on both sides of the football, and they're starting to play with a little more confidence. They've been in some close games. They've won an overtime game, so I'd say they are an improving team. That there's no question.
That'll do it this week for RSM, but tune in next week as I stray away from football and check in with the men's basketball team as their season is just around the corner. And I check in with Tom Hilbert and his Rams as they prepare to go down the final stretch of conference play. Catch you next week.
You are watching RSM, the Rams Sports Magazine Show on Northern Colorado 5.